Spoilers ahead. Watch out, and take care. The movie begins in a bustling airport. Chaos ensues as a plane attempts to take off amid a police shootout. On board, Franklin, a tech blogger known as Remedy, faces impending doom, his life flashing before his eyes. Next to him is Sig, the unscrupulous owner of a pharmaceutical company responsible for a deadly drug, setting the stage for a gripping tale. Rewinding 3 months, Franklin, desperate for an interview with health guru Anton, lands a job as a ticket taker at a special event. A tardy arrival causes a missed opportunity, leaving Franklin in the dark about scanning tri-bands for tickets. After a reprimand from his boss, he finds an unexpected ally in co-worker Jala, sparking a connection. Attempting to secure the interview, Franklin faces Andy, a hacker, who assists him by stealing a tri-band. With this illicit access, Franklin sneaks into the event, just in time to witness Anton's arrival with enigmatic assistant Ingram. Despite Franklin's attempt to remain unnoticed, Anton discovers him, initiating a curious conversation. Anton, adorned with a distinctive ring, allows Franklin to stay, leading to a captivating presentation on his invention, the tri-band. This innovative bracelet monitors users' physiology, decodes DNA, and creates personalized health plans. As the anticipation builds at the event, Anton unveils his groundbreaking invention, the tri-band 5. This revolutionary device promises to make users naturally inclined towards healthy habits, eliminating the need for reminders, and even medications for conditions like diabetes, high blood pressure, and addiction. Amidst the excitement, backstage takes an unexpected turn, when a guard disrupts the proceedings, claiming Anton's company controls everyone. In a daring move, Franklin intervenes, subduing the guard and allowing others to apprehend him. While Renee and Calvert express discontent, Anton appreciates Franklin's assistance, and promises him the coveted interview. However, the encounter leaves Franklin injured, with Anton pointing out his bleeding hand. As Franklin tends to his wound, the head of security seizes his tri-band as evidence. In a strange twist of fate, he discovers Anton's ring on the ground, and upon touching its stone, he experiences a bizarre time loop. Terrified and curious, he covers the ring with a bandage, before heading to a restaurant to meet Jala. As they wait, he examines the ring, realizing its ability to rewind time by exactly 57 seconds. Jala arrives, and they decide to enjoy their evening together, sharing stories and discovering each other's passions. During their date, Franklin, a tech blogger, opens up about his work on how technology impacts health. The connection deepens, leading to an unexpected kiss. However, a misplaced purse in his closet threatens to derail the evening, as Jala assumes he has a girlfriend. Quick on his feet, he uses the mysterious ring to rewind time, preventing the revelation and ensuring the night takes a more positive turn. He faces another challenge as Jala discovers a picture of a woman, prompting her to consider leaving. Utilizing the ring's time-manipulating power, he cleverly conceals both the picture and the purse, ensuring a smoother course for the evening. As their intimacy intensifies, armed with foreknowledge from the time loops, he fulfills her desires effortlessly, impressing her with his seemingly intuitive prowess. The next day, as they enjoy breakfast, their blissful moment is disrupted when his car is towed. Unbeknownst to them, Calvert, working under Sig, the owner of a pharma company, observes the scene discreetly. Franklin attempts to use the ring to prevent the towing, but he fails, compelling him to gather enough money to retrieve his impounded car. Inspired by a television ad, he turns to a casino, using the ring to secure consistent victories, and amassing a significant amount of cash. His winning streak attracts attention, especially from the suspicious Calvert. Undeterred, Franklin continues to accumulate wealth, acquiring a new car in the process. However, his triumph is short-lived, as the casino staff attacks him when he tries to leave. Employing the ring's time-resetting ability, he attempts to avoid the confrontation, even opting to abandon the money. Despite his efforts, the attackers persist, accusing him of cheating. In a surprising turn of events, Calvert intervenes, exposing the casino staff's unjust actions, and compelling them to release Franklin. As a token of gratitude, Calvert invites him to lunch, attempting to extract information about his apparent luck. Franklin maintains the guise of being merely fortunate. Although Calvert extends an invitation to meet Sig, he declines, suspecting Sig's involvement in the lethal medicine that has claimed numerous lives. Unyielding, Calvert leaves his cart, creating a bridge between Franklin and the shadowy world orchestrated by Sig. Jala is pleasantly surprised when she visits Franklin's upgraded apartment, now adorned with new furniture. As she explores his computer, she stumbles upon a wallpaper featuring a woman. Franklin, finally sharing his secret, reveals that the woman is his late twin sister, who tragically succumbed to an overdose fueled by Sig's addictive medicine. Franklin, known as Remedy in the blogosphere, battles against nefarious companies like Sig's in his online writings, while contributing serious articles under his real name to the newspaper. Recognizing Franklin's heroism, she vows to keep his secret. In a gesture of support, he unveils a collection of painting supplies for her. The couple prepares to embark on a ride in his new car when Anton calls, summoning him for the long-awaited interview. Ingram is already en route to pick him up. In Anton's office, Franklin receives 2 tri-bands, and they delve into the visionary's plan to eradicate medicine through the use of quantum particles, preventing both illnesses and accidents. Anton implores Franklin to follow his sense of justice. Contemplating a meeting with Sig to expose his crimes, Franklin seeks Jala's advice. Encouraged by her, he agrees to the meeting. The encounter takes an unexpected turn when he mentions his sister, delivering a punch to Sig's face. Swiftly rewinding time, Franklin pretends to respect Sig, engaging in a conversation about his work. Sig, informed by Calvert about Franklin's casino success, proposes a bet. Franklin must predict the outcome after Sig whistles. Success would result in generous payments for articles praising his company. After an initial misstep, Franklin rewinds time, and correctly guesses a dog's appearance. Now, he has a new job, and an intricate plan to infiltrate Sig's company. Sig, suspecting Anton's involvement, decides to keep Franklin close. In the evening, Franklin confides in Jala about his intentions, assuring her that the money earned will be used for noble purposes. In a surprising and heartfelt moment, he proposes to her with his sister's ring, and she happily accepts. As he delves deeper into his double life, he cleverly proposes a rebranding event to Sig, an alternative strategy to spare himself from writing excessive praise articles. Sig embraces the idea, granting Franklin his own office. Left alone, Franklin deflects advances from a model, frustrating Sig, who hopes to unearth Franklin's secret for potential blackmail material. Sig tasks Renee and Calvert with devising a plan to uncover Franklin's mysterious talent. Despite the mounting pressure, Franklin and Jala embark on a new chapter in a beautiful house, seemingly leaving the complications behind. Sig invites them on a Miami trip in his private plane, insisting they leave the tri-bands behind, suspecting Anton's involvement in his abilities. At the casino, Franklin resumes his winning streak using the ring, baffling both Sig and security. Renee attempts to extract information from Jala, but she remains oblivious. Amidst dancing, Ingram's unexpected presence startles Franklin, prompting him to conceal the ring in his pocket. The night takes a drastic turn when an assailant opens fire on the group, injuring Jala. Swiftly using the ring's power, Franklin intervenes, thwarting the attack and saving Jala. Returning home, Franklin is hailed as a hero by news outlets, but the revelation of the shooter's identity shocks him. The assailant was connected to Sig, with his wife's mysterious death in the company's office, overlooked by the media. The shooter appears on television, urging an investigation into the company's blackmail practices. Franklin is now entangled in a web of conspiracy. The intricate web of deception tightens around him as he seeks answers and retribution. Desiring the file on the deceased woman connected to Sig, he approaches Renee, claiming he needs to address the story. Suspecting danger, she rushes to warn Sig, while Calvert sees Franklin as a threat, believing the attacks were orchestrated for his benefit. Sig, seemingly willing to cooperate, hands Franklin an empty file, blaming Renee for the oversight. As a gesture of gratitude, he takes Franklin to a bar, indulging him with gifts and orchestrating a compromising situation with women. When he wakes up disoriented, he hurries home to find Anton there, having purchased all of Jala's art. A confrontation ensues, exposing the moral dilemma of Franklin's job. In the heat of the argument, he inadvertently reveals the power of the ring to Jala. Realizing their relationship is built on deceit, she leaves, prompting Franklin to contemplate ending the charade. The next day, he resorts to extreme measures, confronting Renee for the safe combination. A series of rewinds, accidental touches, and conflicts lead to a chaotic scenario. In a final attempt, he coerces her to provide the real combination. With the evidence in hand, he plans to expose Sig's crimes during a basketball game, enlisting Andy's reluctant help. By bribing him with money, Franklin ensures the damning presentation reaches a wide audience. As the video implicates Calvert in the murder of the shooter's wife, revealing the dark secrets behind Sig's medicine, Franklin prepares to leave town. However, his plans are abruptly halted. He is knocked unconscious before reaching his car. In the aftermath of the chaos, he awakens in an airport, where Sig and his guards coerce him onto a private plane. Sig demands he declare the video fake, but he remains defiant. The situation intensifies as Sig reveals Jala's kidnapping. When pushed together, she encourages him to use the ring, bravely activating the time-altering power, creating a distraction, and she escapes toward the approaching police cars. Franklin is forced onto the plane, which takes off amid gunfire from the police below. As a bullet damages the engine, Calvert suggests landing, but Sig insists on continuing. Faced with impending doom, Franklin contemplates the ring's power. Sig touches him, inadvertently triggering a rewind. Realizing the ring's potential, Sig attempts to manipulate time, but the limitations become evident. Franklin, indifferent to the consequences, smiles as the plane crashes. Sig's desperate attempts fail, leading to an explosive end, with him trapped inside. As the police and Jala arrive at the crash site, Franklin, Renee, and Calvert emerge as survivors. Shortly after their escape, the plane explodes, claiming Sig's life. Anton arrives with his assistant Ingram, revealing that Ingram purposely allowed Franklin to have the ring, as a perfect test candidate. The ring, constructed from quantum crystals, holds immense power, and Anton offers Franklin a position. Franklin, recognizing the addictive nature of the ring, refuses the offer and destroys it. Despite the destruction of the ring, Anton extends the offer again, emphasizing the need for someone who can resist such a power. He remains resolute, declining Anton's proposal. Returning the tri-bands, Franklin and Jala choose to forge a life together, free from the complexities of the enigmatic technology, and the manipulations that once governed their existence, embarking on a journey towards a simpler, more genuine life. The end. Thank you for watching. Subscribe if you'd like to see more videos like this. Turn on the notifications, and leave a like to help the channel out.